We are finally back with another video. If you are new here, I am Devin, or SUPERDWARF, whichever suits your fancy. And this here is my 1999 Dodge Ram 2500 that was previously blown up. And now we're about to tear apart the whole engine bay, add a ton of powder coat, get our fresh cylinder head slapped on here, and we got to pull the cam out to reseal the timing gear case. Should be a whole new animal once we're done. We got Tony and from Louisiana over here cleaning up the front of our block. Little brother Nick behind the camera currently is cleaning up our timing gear case here so we can get that resealed and drying. And then we'll go take a look at our damaged head here in a moment. We got our new one right there from Performance Diesel over in Utah. And when you see the damage, you'll know that that is very much needed, because the one that we took off is so useless, it's probably going to end up being my coffee table at some point, because it's definitely not fixable to ever be in a vehicle again. Welcome to the party. Hello over there. I'm getting our 4K springs swapped into our Performance Diesel head, which came with stock springs. For stock springs, these things feel pretty dang stiff. If you need a tutorial on exactly how to do this, we have a dedicated video for that. But for this, there's so many things going on, we're just doing stuff until it gets done. And then we're going to give you a final overview of every single thing we did. Otherwise, this would be like a 5-part series just rehabbing the motor. You guys wouldn't be very entertained by that.
Now he's doing this. We're torquing up the timing gear case over here. Thanks for Riley and Tony. Good job. Rob's just kind of here for support at the moment.
Now, that timing gear case reseal over there is the most important part of this situation. That's what got us in all the powder coat and all the unnecessary things versus just swapping the head on and then waiting for the built motor. Alrighty, shafts are being lubed and they're going back in the hole. Come over here, maybe we can get a little better look.
We'll just grab the lobes.
Timing gear case, nice and resealed down there. Cam going in. Little backstory, I bought the truck at 277,000 miles, did a head gasket, fully resealed the motor, drove the piss out of it for years, and then at 347,000, we lost the head gasket doing a nitrous pull up on the dyno. Then we slapped a new head gasket on it, made it a couple more months. Had an odd overheating issue. It just turned out to be a weak radiator cap up there and a thermostat. I just got comfy with it being a running truck. Comfy with it being a running truck, and I overlooked them for too long. So we slapped some new ones in, but that 2 weeks of it running hotter than it should have been completely clapped the rest of our cylinder head out. Now it's too heavy to move right now, but on the underside we have like 30 plus cracks. I'll insert some pictures here. There's pieces of the valve chunks, valve seats, just whole chunks missing. Cracks, complete from one crack, clear to the other. Yeah, she was a mess, and there's no fixing this head. We're going to turn it into a coffee table. Early on in this process, I made the executive decision. We were just going to go ahead and get it all together, and then we'll give you a recap, which is what we've done now, because there was like 3 days of massive progress, and then like 4.5 weeks of just nitpicky nonsense to get it to the good running vehicle we have now, which has been Denver all the way to Texas and back, Dallas-Fort Worth. Drove real fast. There's a bunch of wind the whole time, which is terrible. Made it work extra hard. We've also been from 45 minutes north of Denver, clear down to Pueblo and back. Did a nice big burnout. We'll toss that in there in a bit as well. And let me give you a recap as to what we've done here before I hop up on our step stool. Come on in. So, cosmetically speaking, the star of the show here is the Prismatic Powders Lollipop Red. Now, the Lollipop Red is going to get switched for a deep red, but if you peek down at our steering, Lollipop is on that clamp, deep red is on the steering, and as far as the camera can tell, that's the exact same. Now, we know in person the Lollipop is kind of a difficult color to work with, so anything that needs redone in the future, we're going to swap it over to the deep red. It's slightly brighter, and it's just more forgiving. But we got our AC condenser cover from Gino's Garage. A nice cosmetic fix-up, and it protects our condenser that may have to get filled again for the third time from continuing to get damaged. Then you can see we got the whole intercooler powder coated red. We got the entire upper and lower radiator core support done red. Matching tow hooks as well while we were at it. Climb up top. Now, while you're looking at this, we didn't detail it again for the video, and it's the daily driver, like I said. So we've already put like 5,000 miles on it since we put it back together. And it's also not done, because you've been hearing me talk about that built motor that's coming. And when it does, things like these batteries and all of this wiring across the cowl and whatnot, and that untrimmed zip tie that some monster left in here, that'll all get handled. Going down the list, we have our Bore diesel brake reservoir cover. That's been under here the longest. We got our boost tube, intake horn done in red, throttle position sensor over there. If you peek straight down, we have converted to electric radiator fans. And then we also have some custom mounting for our coolant bottle. Not coolant bottle. Windshield washer bottle, that's what it is. So once I run out of fluid there, we're going to pull it again. I'm going to paint it black with a strip so we can tell how much fluid's in it. And then we will have those brackets powder coated at our next round of powder coat. Then we have our gas and diesel stainless radiator pipe that has been there for a while. We did the valve cover, our DAP oil cap. We got the thermostats, elbow over there, the tow hook, the whole alternator. Give them a good look at that. She's a little dusty, but I pulled that sucker apart and we got it powdered all nice and pretty. And then I guess puts you right over there by the turbo. So you can see the lollipop red is not exactly held up so great on there. To be fair, I did just do a fat ass burnout. So that got pretty hot. But either way, we're going to yank that off and have it resprayed before Southwest Truck Fest, where we'll have all of this nice and cleaned up and you can come see it in person. Coolant reservoir bottle. We don't know why the bottle looks like that. It's not the powder's fault. It's just that came off of eBay or something. It did what it did. Oh, and then we also have our stainless intake from gas and diesel to match our radiator pipe here. And then we got our stainless diesel manifold that's been chilling there. The turbo, it never got its own video somehow when we swapped that. But that is a 369/67 ball bearing T51R. And it does good. It has not blown up like the last one. That turbo we actually sourced from our now friend Ronnie over at Nico Performance Solutions. He was able to whip that up for us in like a week, maybe week and a half's time, turnaround there and back, so that we could make it to Blake's, not the last event, but the one before that, where we immediately sent it, and she did great. But as we now know, our cylinder head, which is the main reason any of this even happened, the valves were already getting burnt and starting to go out. So the head is a stock, brand new OEM level head, and we got that from Performance Diesel over in Utah, who is working on the entire P-pump motor for us. They graciously sent this over so we could get ourselves a running vehicle again while we wait on that. And then two other things that I remembered are intake plenum shelf thing under our injectors. We also powdered that, as well as our wiper blades up here. And then eventually, when it gets warm full time here in Colorado, we'll slap our grid heater delete back in to match our other white parts. Oh yeah, white parts. The white coolant line over there, and then the white elbow under our turbo. We also had those done as well. Oh, and the front of the motor. I'm just remembering all sorts of things. Our front timing gear case cover is powdered, nice and red. We got head studs, Manton valve springs, push rods from Power Driven Diesel. Fresh Diesel Auto Power VP. I say fresh, it's been like 10,000 miles now, but still. We got a billet tappet cover under there as well. Our Quadzilla tuner. We got our Nitrous Express over there in the corner. And then, other than our excess power battery swap that we need to get handled, I believe that covers it all. Nope. We got our .093 connecting tubes from MDC Diesel. That is a diesel auto power part. And they match up perfectly with our diesel auto power 275 horsepower or 7x13 injectors. Now, we are going to be on the dyno again here very shortly, but that's not going to be until the 13th. And currently it is April 1st, April Fool's Day. So we're going to get you some content of how she sounds and runs right now, just to get it out to you so I don't leave you hanging. And then you can stay tuned for that dyno video coming very shortly so we can see what it makes on fuel only and spray. So we're actually going to fill our bottle over there on the side for the very first time and it should come into boost on the dyno without taking 7.5 years now, because we actually have proper compression. With our findings and everything here, I'm pretty sure that cylinder head was slowly on its way out for a long time, because the truck has never run like it's run now. Even at its best, like prior state, it still just blows it out of the water now. So, another huge shout out to Performance Diesel Utah and B&M Powder Coating. They were our two main players here in this saga of events. But it's all fixed now. It's time to go have some fun. Nice, sunny, and 65. We're out and about enjoying our motor rebuild.
Blanket and like a foam pad back there.
Well, I saw the foam pad, I'm pretty sure. Moving like it's chilling. Can't forget the radiator fans. We switched to those. At this temperature, we don't really need them, just driving around normal. Unless you get stuck at like a stoplight. But doing pulls there a little bit. He got just a hair past 190. But as soon as the thermostat opened and I hit the fans, it's already dropped right back down in the time I've been talking about it.
Going?
Other than trying to get it in gear for the first time of the day, and then like accidentally chopping the throttle down low, you kind of heard it there, maybe a smidge. It's very well street mannered still. We're going